Folks, I'm back. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Those are two semi trucks right there, just devastated. Absolutely devastating what happened there. March 24th. What a day. I told you guys, I warned you that this stuff was going to happen. I hate to be, I'm not the type to be a told you so, but we watched this coming, didn't we? Hang on here for a sec before I start. Yeah, that was March 24th. That's Easter, the real Easter. I need to try out a new set of headphones here with a microphone. So would you guys bear with me for a second as I try to plug in here? And I want to see if this microphone works. So will you guys help me help you with my audio? And where's my plug at? There it is. Okay. Let's see if I can get this to work. Might have to slide you guys out a little bit. Yeah, hang on for a sec here. I was going to do it with the opening, but I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, so hang on. Oh, it's not working now. Why not? Oh, that's why. Well, there's the other one. Alright, is this working at all? Testing. Can anybody in the chat give me a little response as to if the microphone's working or not? It should. Is it working? Thumbs up if audio's working, or thumbs down? Which is it? Yes, it's working? Audio's working? Oh, good. Alright, cool. Yeah, I found a pair of old headphones with a microphone on it, and I didn't know if it's so old, such old technology, I didn't know if it was going to work or not, but a little hot wiring, and hot wired it to my own plug, and apparently it's working, right? So that sounds good to me. Good enough for you is good enough for me, right? Alright. So yeah, March 24th and 25th were quite the days for me. Let's just say I went through hell, okay? And I'm surprised to be alive and here with you guys, honestly. But enough of that, let's get to our solar report here. Okay, so this was today, March 25th. As it loads up here, you can see we've had a couple of CMEs. There's the one right there that we're going to go check out here in a second. And let that go for a minute here. Right. Yay, I'm glad these headphones are working. Because my microphone I was using was on my phone, which is trapped in a rubber sleeve in a tripod. So that's why you guys didn't have very good audio. Now hopefully I can use this microphone on the intros for the music, and you guys will hear the music a little better. Alright, let's get into it as we go here. So I'm just going to pause on the event as it unfolds here. Boom. Let's even go back, because it is already underway on our opening frame at 036 here. Let me get your lighting just right for you. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, our object is central right here. Over on this side, you can see it's this little black central core thing here. Let me just zoom in on this red side for a second here and see if our camera will pick up, yeah, this nice little dark black circle right here is our object. You can see the magnetic field around it grabbing all the plasma. It's a typical one of these objects moving by causing a CME. Okay, and then let's see over on the other side. It's a little hard to see it, but it's the central spot right there. It's kind of washed out by the instrument there. But let me zoom back out, and we'll continue through it. Okay. So as we continue, this object is right here, moving out. There's a good shot of it right there. Let me get it just right for you guys. Okay. Boom. So you can see it right up here, moving out. Alright, so there's our first object, dragging all kinds of plasma with it. And we have a secondary blast, or another impulse, come off of the sun there. And we'll continue on out with that. And then just a little squirt out the top here. Not too much today, but oh, okay, that was the whole loop right there, supposedly. And let's go over to stereo A here real quick to see if it has any data for us on the 25th. It sure does. Here we go. Let's let this load up real quick and see if it captured anything. Yeah, there's some strange activity on the 24th as well. Some kind of object captured on the side, and craziness. Let's just see if this updated as well. No, it's the same, 73. So all the data is not here on this instrument. Okay, that's good enough for now. And just go on to our next instrument here. And come over to the solar ham. And there we are. Boom. Another one of these dips in the instrument. How come it's not way down here? Would the planet only halfway eclipse it or something? What's going on here? How come it's not one of these? How come they're all different depths and different intensities if this is just a cyclical event where the Earth, eclipses the satellite? So I know exactly what happened right here. And I know what happened right here too. I meant to try to get a report out yesterday before the tornado hit, and let's just say I was in the middle of dancing with the devil, and that's kind of the damage path that we create, is what you saw. Anyway, so we had another one of these events. Let's go deeper into the instrument, see if we can get this GOES 16 shortwave or long wave, whichever it is, to finally report here. And nope, but it does show this yellow one now, the GOES 18 long, dropping off the chart, doesn't it? This GOES 18 long, this yellow stripe right here, goes right off the chart right there. Dancing with Lucifer, what I meant is we tango, if you know what I mean. More like a battle or a fight than a dance. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't like to dance. Well, I like to dance, but not that way. So our instrument is now our 18 long is reporting it. So something is going on with the sun if the 18 long and the 16 is still missing here. The 16 long is still missing. The 16 short is there, the blue line. So the GOES 16 satellite is still reporting. The GOES 18 satellite is still reporting. And now the GOES 18 satellite long is reporting this big dip, as well as the 16. See, there's a blue stripe going down right here. Let me zoom in a little bit tighter for you guys, because you want to see this. Whoops, back out just a tad bit, right there. All right. You see this red line right here? There's a little blue line right in the middle of it right here. That's the blue dipping as well. So the GOES 18 short or no, that's the purple one. The goes 16 short dipped, as well as the goes 18 long. Okay, so now we're having other things correlate with this dip right here. Okay, and it happens to correlate with the satellite or whatever the eclipsing is, or maybe that's just science's lame excuse for something they can't explain. I don't know. I'll leave that one up to you guys to decide, but I know that I'm having paranormal experiences during these events, ones that almost kill me. I have a heart attack and then come right back to life again. Oh, wait, we weren't done there. Let's scooch it over and scroll down to our tracker if we can. There we go. Oh yeah, we had quite the it doesn't have yesterday's on there now. Yesterday was quite the event. We reached a KP index of 8 or 9, I believe. So oh no, this is it right here. This is Friday, March 24th. Yeah, here's the 24th. We almost reached KP 8 or whatever. So it's coming back down now, which is good. That was not a pleasurable experience right there. Yeah, put these little brown bars in there. Oh, let's go check out our auroras just real quick while we're here. Okay, there were some intense auroras that dropped way down. Everybody saw it. I mean, it was an intense event. It's kind of dying off now, but it's still glowing pretty strong right over Canada and Alaska and stuff right now, because there's still more of this cosmic energy coming at us. Okay, I'm just gonna call it that, cosmic energy. Yeah, that's the ticket. For some reason I need to zoom out, I guess. Oh, I need to back out. That's what I need to do. Alright, let's come over to, yeah, here's the geomagnetic storm that we had right here. That's the 24th right there. So that was a quite a day. My birthday. Yeah. Okay, I'm just glad I didn't die. I am so thankful that I'm still here and that you're still here. Okay. I don't think this thing's going to show much. It's sitting there delaying. There's a little wave. That's what I was looking for. Okay, this latest little blast is, the CME at least is going away from the Earth. That's what I kind of wanted to know. I think that's all it's going to show. So it takes forever to load up for some reason. Alright, now we're going smooth. Yeah, there it goes. So that's kind of what I wanted to check. I want to make sure it wasn't coming this way. This yellow dot represents the Earth. I think you guys are all aware how to read this instrument now. If you've been following me long enough, you should. Okay. So the CME tracker looks okay. Let's back out of this. I haven't even had a chance to check all this instrumentation. It's just got back from hell. Okay, let's come on over to, whoopsie, I'm not used to having this microphone so close to my mouth. Okay, let's come on over here to this. I'm going to scooch it forward, and you guys, I'm going to scooch you guys forward, and I'm going to scoot it back right in your face to get as close as we can without having to pull the camera out. Alright, that's good enough. Here's our 7.83 hertz going across right here. Now, a couple of days ago, before my adventure, let me straighten this out. There we go. I was telling you we're going to expect absorption and then some kind of squeal around the 25th. Well, here's the 25th. Thank goodness it was just a small little squeal. Okay, I thought it was going to be a huge white blast, and thank goodness it isn't. Okay, because our little line at 7.83, still plugging along, forward and reverse, but still plugging along. Here we had some more absorption and then another squealing right here. It looks like we had some more absorption and we're about to have another squealing event. This reminds me, while I'm thinking about it. Okay, so anyways, our line's plugging along pretty good. So that's all I'm worried about right now, is that that line stays fairly strong. We don't want it going down because that means our magnetic field goes down. Now, while I'm thinking about it, tomorrow is going to be, let me scroll back here a little bit for you. All right, tomorrow's going to be the 26th, right? I want to go 3 days back to see what to expect on tomorrow. So we go back to the 3rd, and we load up the 23rd, and we see what event unfolded on the 23rd here as to what to expect tomorrow. And it looks nice and quiet, so good. That's a good sign. Something small right here, but compared to what we've been getting hit with, that's a good sign. Okay, so back to the Schumann here. We're all good. It looks like we're gonna have another. Oh, we might not now because there's not much energy coming at us. So this might stay calm for a little while. Okay, so now we're gonna come on over to the null school instrument and check out our polar vortex. Let me back out just a little bit there so better perspective for you guys. Yeah, looks good. Okay, here our polar vortex is really weak now. You can barely make out where it is. It's almost this whole thing now, huh? If I back out and rotate just this way a little bit, see how this goes almost all the way around and connects now. So this might be our polar vortex here pretty soon, because the regular polar vortex that was this rotation right here, okay, it was this rotation right here, and this was the subvortex. Now this is weakened. This is really getting choppy in here, and it's dying out. So it looks like our new vortex is going to be this big loop going around, okay? I haven't really had a chance to watch this in the last couple of days because I haven't been around. I've been down under. Yeah, down under. Okay, now look at their polar vortex. It's starting to get stronger, isn't it? And then it's not splitting yet, but it is getting stronger, so it's looking better there. Okay. So now what I want to do is we're going to change chemistry here. And come over to this. Go over to the chemicals, and we're going to hit up the sulfur dioxide here. Okay, so here we are, the U.S., still half the country bleeding profusely. I'm going to take these winds off real quick. All right, there we go. So take a look at your part of the country, and all this this part right here is looking a little bit better. This was a little darker before, so it looks like it's let up there a little bit. It actually looks like it's let up a little bit all over, so some of this pressure is probably being released, so, but it's still there. It's still pushing SO2 out of the ground. The whole side of the country, even Florida's starting to pick up a little bit right here, but I mean, you just take a look here. It's a mess. Alright, now we're going to go out west. Yeehaw! First to the Mormons in the Salt Lake City area. This plume is growing in size, but it's not as strong right now. This plume over here is growing in size and getting stronger. So the mountains outside of Salt Lake City, this plume that's out there is getting a little bit stronger and a little bit bigger. Okay, and this is up in Canada, right on the border. Well, maybe. Um, yeah, it's just right above the border there. So anyway, let's continue on and go down to San Francisco, because you see this little patch right here? Let's see the, here, let's go in a little tighter here. Okay, you see the Bay Area right here? Here's the North Bay and South Bay. This whole area, here's Tahoe, Sacramento, right in between here. This plume right here used to be up here. It is shifting and moving down this way now. It used to be up here, and now it is shifted with this way, and now it's shifting south. So now it's at the tip of this bay right here, Vallejo probably area. Anyways, so this plume is, there's still pressure underneath the Bay Area right here, and there's yet to be any kind of release, like earthquake or volcano or anything in this area. So just keep that on your list, or keep that in the back of your head here, because later we're going to go to the earthquake report. And my brothers in Oahu and sisters, all my Polynesian people. Okay. Oahu, again, still under pressure here. Whatever volcanic feature here I would watch out for. Maybe small earthquakes, but right now there's still this little plume under Oahu. I would rather see it here on the Big Island, where there's active volcanoes, where it can release that pressure. You know what I'm saying? But since it can't, it's the pressure's here under Oahu. So just heads up there in Waikiki and Honolulu and all you people there. Now let's go look. This is the Kamchatka Peninsula. I wanted to go look at Japan. Well, they're looking okay. Japan's got small little bits on their northern island, but nothing too big. Wait, sorry. Alright, anyways, here's China in big trouble. They're in big trouble. They have no idea what's about to hit them. They think they're going to take over the world and run the new world order. Not going to happen. And you see India under the gun a little bit. And we come over here to the Middle East, which is a mess right now. Here's Turkey right here between the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. Let's go look at a couple of turkeys, shall we? Yeah, look at these turkeys. All kinds of sulfur dioxide pushing out from under the crust right here. There's going to be more activity, more earthquake activity in this region, I believe, and all around this area. If you look here, we got Saudi Arabia right along the off of this gulf here. All kinds of sulfur emitting from there. We come over to Europe here. Europe's in deep. They're in a mess too. Alright, Spain used to be the only clear spot, but now it's starting to have little spots and pockets. Okay, northern Africa as well. So we come down to southern Africa. There's this plume still down here. This is new, right here in the middle. Stuff along the edges and the coast is new. We see these plumes, or not plumes, but streaks. We had this one coming down Africa. It's still there. And now it's streaking across here. Okay. Wind currents are taking it around the world and stuff. Now we're going to come over to South America. We're going to look at Venezuela still spewing, Ecuador. Colombia, Ecuador, Peru, all the way down Chile. Okay. So these spots right here at Chile are really intense, okay? And these are all individual sites. These are not one plume blowing. These are all individual sites. You can see them, okay? All along the foothills here of the Andes Mountains, okay? So South America still has their sulfur emissions going on. Aussies, my oh good eye mate. There you go. Oh, not too bad. But your buddies next door on the island of Java are about to explode. I believe there's still activity at Anak Krakatau. It's still rumbling a little bit. So this whole island on red alert, okay? Not even red alert. Purple alert, okay? See, it's purple? Yeah, purple alert. So we'll be watching that region, more volcanic activity in these around this area, okay? I'd say within about a circle about that big around this island. Sumatra right here, we had a big quake before Christmas or whatever. Watch out for a quake along this rift right here, okay? So, and then China's just going to be executed is all. And then let's go back to, we're going to go to the other chemical, SO4, which is another sulfur compound, sulfur quad oxide, I like to call it. Hang on a sec here. Many times I've explained how water vapor in the air and water around the world. Any kind of H2O mixes with this SO4, it makes H2SO4, which is sulfuric acid. Okay, you're looking at sulfuric acid in our atmosphere, plumes of it just going all around the world. It gets caught up in these storms, okay, and spirals around. You can almost use it to see the weather patterns. There's that much of it, okay? And you see this whole region of the world just doused in it. Okay, southern hemisphere is not so bad, but it's still got it. This green is still that gas. Okay, the color intensity is just the intensity of it. Okay, so as we go around the world, you'll see that it correlates with the other sulfur gas coming out right along the coast right here. Okay, right along the foothills and stuff. So we got sulfur SO4, sulfuric quad oxide, all over the planet, mixing with the water, turning into sulfuric acid. And acid rain, acid snow, okay? It's going to make the oceans acidic. It's going to make land water acidic eventually. Here is the island of Java again. Not only was it spewing SO2, but it is spewing SO4 as well. That's why this place is on red alert, okay? Any kind of activity could happen here. This is, it is venting a lot of pressure coming out of this area as well, but this is a possible spot where we could see, a fissure or some kind of rupture in the crust or something. I don't know, it depends on the weak spot. But this place is definitely on red alert, purple alert. Okay? So backing out of this, we're done with that actually. We're going to come over here to our earthquakes now. Up. Come on, USGS. You were here just a minute ago. Okay, what happened to our Texas quake? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's just not red anymore. Yeah, we just had a quake in Texas, a 3.3 right here at a depth of 6.7. That's a shallow quake. That almost makes me think it's at a drilling site. In fact, I'm almost 100% sure it is. We'll go topographical here if it'll let us. Uh-huh. That's your government for you. Slow. Oh, there you are. Let's go in closer. 2 hours later. Well, I can see all kinds of drilling sites along here, so do I dare zoom in any closer? Oh, no. Another hour later. Where to go? Great. We lost the spot. Alright, I just wanted to make sure it was at a pump site. Or maybe some type of land feature. Yeah, it's not at a drilling site. This looks to be some kind of, that's a natural quake, it appears, because I don't see anything else drillable. There's a holding pond, but I don't know. That one's a iffy one. But we had a quake in Texas, okay? But that's not what I was really too concerned about. I just had to check it real quick because I assumed it was going to be just a. Oh, there's another quake in Texas right here, a 2.9 at a depth of 3. So Texas having some shallow quakes right now, really shallow quakes. Okay. Now, what I really am concerned about is what's going on along the Juan de Fuca right here and the Cocos Plate right here. I've had 2 quakes along this fault line here. A 4.2 at a depth of 59.4. So that's good. It's releasing pressure. It's nothing too big, but that's good. Sorry about the alert there. I'd rather see 4 to 5s along this region releasing pressure than something big like a 7 or an 8 that could rupture and cause a shifting of this plate. Okay, we want this plate to stay as calm as possible, having mild quakes, releasing pressure, but nothing too big. Okay, now the second one is a 4.1 at a depth of 69, which that's good too. That means sorry, I'm reading the chat real quick. Hello folks, I'm sorry, I forgot to say hi to everybody in the chat. I get going and get started. Anyways, back to where I was real quick. These 2 quakes are good because they're 4 to 5s and they're releasing pressure on this plate so it doesn't rupture, okay? So that's a good sign. Then, as we come up, it's nice and quiet along the San Andreas right now, which is good, okay? Let me just zoom in so you can see the red line. This is the fault. This is the San Andreas fault. This quake is pretty small. Just give it to me real quick, Lord, please. Or down. It's a 3.5 right at the surface. That's more pressure being released. It's good that it's being released this way instead of a big one along the fault. Excuse me. Alright. Now, let's check this one real quick, because the Juan de Fuca is another one to be concerned about. Oh my god, I got activity going on in my room right now, so I'm trying to do this. Dang it, stop it. Just leave it there. Alright, sorry. 3.1 at a depth of 10. That's good too. That's good. It's relieving a little bit of pressure. It's right there at the surface. It's a shallow quake. So it's kind of good to see little pops and little things like this. I would rather see than something big. Okay, so that's a little bit of relieving of pressure. That's a little bit of good news at least. Okay. Where are the other quakes around the world we need to look at? I want to come over to this region here because, alright, let's get it right, centered just perfect. Okay. This quake right here, let's check it first. This is the big one. This is a 5.0. That's not too bad. That's relieving pressure as well. It's at a depth of 10. That's good. Another one relieving pressure is a 4.8 there. That's good as well. I'm looking for a deep one. Nope. There's the deep one right there. Son of a bitch. Alright. So we did have a deep one. It's a 4.7 at a depth of 522. So this one happened at what time? 246. 240. Okay, so this was the first quake, this deep one. The small one was at 522. The depth was really deep on that one, okay? It's a 4.7, and right after it, it triggered this 5.0 right after it, okay? These two other quakes came later. Now, what I'm concerned about, ooh, is that a quake at Hawaii? Yeah, it is. 3.0 at a depth of 8.5. I just see what island it's on. Oh, it's on the Big Island. That's okay though. We'll take any kind of pressure release we can get in this area. Okay, so good. We're having small little quakes here. Hopefully, it's not an indicator of something going off here. And maybe if something did go off, hopefully not too big, that would release pressure. So now we back out of that one and go back over to Polynesia here, because what I wanted you guys to look at real quick. Let's zoom in. All right, we covered these right here. Look at this right here. Okay, you guys see the shape of this plate right here? Do you see all the earthquakes right along the edges of it? Boom, it's just matching it perfectly. Let's center this so you guys can get as best view as you can here. All right, maybe can I take this out? No, that's not it. Oh well, it's good enough. All these are all about the same size quakes, all along these little faults, all along this whole edge. Nice little circle of them, huh? As I back out, look at the nice, perfect configuration it makes. Isn't that it just like almost like God's doing a dot to dot and connecting the dots because the lines connect the dots. Do you see? It's pretty cool. Anyways, let's go through these real quick. This is a 4.3 at a depth of 10, 4.5 at a depth of 65, a 4.4 at a depth of 26, a 4.3 at a depth of 187, a 4.5 at a depth of 10, and a 4.4 at a depth of 10. So some various depths, few at 10 and a few a little bit deeper, but they're all on these fault lines and they're all responding perfectly. They're releasing just the right amount of pressure, 4.5 to 5 range. That's perfect. So hopefully that's enough to relieve some pressure so we don't, well, this is the island of Java right here, I believe. Right? Yeah. Yeah. Is it? Am I tripping or what? No, that's the island of Java right there. Anyways, we got quakes along this area, and hopefully it's enough that it'll release some pressure so we don't see the volcano go off there. That's a little worrisome. All of these appear at Alaska right on the fault line. And then they follow these fault lines. Everything's following the fault lines perfectly right now. There's nothing kind of out of whack. Oh, this is something else I want to report on. Remember, I was always talking about this apex point right here? Look, we've relieved some pressure at that point with a 5.4 at a depth of 105. That's perfect. It's for 5.4, the bigger quake. It's deeper, so that's what we'd like to see for relieving pressure. Followed up by a 4.6, even deeper. So yeah, that's perfect. It's relieving pressure in this area, right at the focal point where it should. All right, all right. I think we may have covered the earthquakes for now. Let's take a little look. We got another one on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge. It's a 4.7 at 10 depth. That's perfect. We just had this new one. This red one is a 3.0 over at the Dominican Republic at a depth of 13.7. So right now we're maintaining kind of a perfect balance all along the fault lines, all in 4 to 5 range, relieving pressure. It's perfect right now. I would much rather see this than some kind of bigger quake going off. So look at that ring of fire. Everything is all dot to dot. Look at that. The only thing it's missing is a quake in this area. Okay, so Japan is due probably for 4 to 5 in that area. Maybe up here at Kamchatka or whatever along this little ridge too. Filling in some of these empty gaps. You know how it works. You watch that sense. In between these two quakes, the middle point. In between these two quakes, the middle point. You're always the middle points. Because the pressure's coming out this way from that one and this way from that one. They collide at halfway, right? That's the middle point. And that's where the two pressure waves would collide, causing another earthquake. Okay? So let's move on along to our forecast here, our GFS model. Now, the reason why we're doing this is so critical. The other night when we were here, I was showing you the tornado outbreak that happened on the 24th that killed, 25 people now, and there's still people missing. I showed you just here, let me go back to this little video that we did the intro with. Please, Lord, pull this up. If not, okay. This little video that I did my intro with was 7 minutes worth of video. The entire video is 17 minutes long. That tornado traveled 100 miles. It did devastation like this for 100 miles. These guys say it was a massive EF4. I found another scientist, he gave it a new term, critical something. What do you call it? A critical event or something. Because they were trying to gauge if it's an F4, F5, whatever. It's an F7. Okay, it's off the scales. It's not your typical normal tornado. I watched this thing live when it happened at Ryan Hall, y'all. Maybe some of you guys have found his channel and watched his storm chasers chase down this storm. I watched this storm gather, turn into a mesocyclone, a huge mesocyclone, and even the weather jockeys were stunned. Then when it finally touched down, they were in shock going, oh my God, no way. The first storm chaser, I think it was, not Reed, Brad, reported in that the funnel that dropped out of the sky was 2 miles wide. It had back built the whole time before dropping down. It didn't start off as a small rope and then get bigger and bigger like your typical tornado does. This thing dropped out of the sky at 2 miles wide. Not a mile wide. An F5 is a mile wide, okay? An F5 tornado has a base of about a mile wide or more. The first reports from the professional storm chasers on the scene, live, as I watched it, on their video cameras, on their dash cams, when the lightning lit up and backlit the sky, the wedge tornado, it didn't even look like a wedge, it looked like a wall. Okay, a 2 mile wide vortex dropped out of the sky and did this kind of stuff. Okay, and I told you it was coming because we all watched it. I didn't tell you. This instrument showed us that it was coming. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this loop. Now hopefully you guys will understand how fucking important this is. All right. We get it all perfect for you guys because I want you to see every part of the country. I want you to see the little thing going across. I want you to see the dates and times. I want you to know when and where. Watch your locality or your families or your friends. Okay, and I'm going to start this loop. And I'm going to step away and have a quick drag, okay? While we do this, I want you guys to take a little peek. Well, I'm gone for a second, and watch your part of the country. Watch these big storms. These next few that roll in off the west coast come down and they do this Tyson gut punch, uppercut. It's just going to knock you out cold. So here it comes. I'm going to hit play and I'll be right back. Let's put this over there. Okay. Boom. I'll be back. Cool. Microphone works. Yay. Now I can stand up. Oh, stay there. Sorry, guys, I dropped you. I'll put you right there. All right, hold on for a sec. What did I do now? Come on. Hang it right there. That's better. All right, I'll be right back. I'll tell you what, my body, I can feel these storms when they come rolling in. I don't know about some of you. I'm sure some of you guys can feel it when these storms roll in. Oh my God. Oh, you guys are so patient. Oh, thank you for bearing with me there. Yeah, I'm a smoker. I'm a smoker. For good reason, too. If you had to deal with what I have to deal with, you'd smoke, too. Alright. Back to this. Let me take a sip of this real quick. Excuse me. So, let's start all over. Okay. Pausing here. This is 11 p.m. Pacific time, March 25th. We are now into the 26th. Okay, so that's like a frame behind. So here we go. Here's our big low, finally moving out. It's trailing some stuff back here in Mississippi still, okay? There's a little small patch of yellow there, but it moves off the coast. Now, right here is another little outbreak. That's March 26th. That's tomorrow at 11 p.m. Pacific, okay? So anybody in that area that's doing cleanup or whatever, you're going to be doing it in the rain, okay, under more thunderstorm conditions, okay? Those poor people, as if they haven't had enough, they're going to be having more rain on top of it, okay? As we continue, now we're getting into the 27th of March, and you can see this storm coming in on the west coast. Let's back up a frame. I saw a bunch of snow here in New York, okay? There's the snow on the back side of this, so pretty dark blue there. They're going to get a little wallop of snow there, okay? Now that thing moves out as this thing moves into the west coast. Now, these millibars are really, really tight right now on this. And it comes in as a low at 981 millibars, okay? That is, that's like a hurricane almost. 987 there as it strikes. You see these deep blues. There's going to be lots of moisture along the Sierra and Central Valley, California, a flooding event, landslides, coastal erosion. This is like a hurricane hitting the west coast, okay? It's not hitting Texas. This is like a winter, spring hurricane type low pressure coming in. Now watch how it drops. It drops way low. It comes way down here, okay? And then what? Disappears, right? You see this other low that's right here at 991 millibars? This thing combines with this. Watch this. Boom. It starts combining right here with a little outbreak in Texas, okay? More tornadoes, you guys. Everybody be on alert. This thing is going to turn into a monster. You're already seeing icing event on the backside, snow on the backside, rain through all here. Here's your little outbreak. Now, as it starts to progress, this is into March 31st now. This low is at 980. Okay, then it strikes as it combines together with this other low, and watch, it turns into this monster right here. This is at 989 millibars with tornado event going up into Wisconsin. Let's zoom in on this. Let's just zoom in on it. Can we, Lord? Can we go a little bit better? For my audience, please. For my audience, please. Okay, that's about as tight as I can get right there. We're talking, the Great Lakes area, all through the middle of the Great Lakes area right here. This is north of Ohio. This is kind of more east of Wisconsin. So this whole area, that whole area, just watch out. There's more down in here in West Virginia, just north of Tennessee, okay? So this frame right here, and we'll back out and get the timestamp on this frame right here, okay? Because it's March 31st, 11 p.m. Pacific, so add 3 hours to that, or 2 hours, we'll say. Yeah, 1, 2, so 2 hours. That'd be 1 a.m. in the morning, okay? So in the middle of the night, these people on March 31st, you guys better stay up all night or get the hell out of there or do something. Stay alert, okay? It continues on like this and just douses the East Coast. As more comes into the West Coast, goes across the Rockies. Watch this low now. Look what it turns into. More icing, big snow on the back, more water here, more rain, and then again with another outbreak. And then look what it does. All these little lines like this, these are the ones that are very volatile. Stuff will pop out in front of them, okay? That's on April 4th, okay? And this, see it turn red in this area? This is Mississippi and Alabama again, all right? Just next door to where it got hit the other day is going to get hit again on April 4th. And this monster low is just going to ravage the country. Now, look at this for a second. Oh, no, not that. Can we get rid of that? Just leave it. No, I didn't want to download that. Get back. Oh, dang it. Yeah, I'll just pull it back in. And we were somewhere right around here, I believe. Yeah, we were. We were right there. Okay, whoops. One more frame. Right there. Okay, so here we are back at Alabama. It's more Alabama this time, but this zone again is just going to have another outbreak. There's going to be icing up in here. This is going to be a huge storm. Look at the size of this storm. Look how it reaches all the way down and off the page. I mean, it goes off the page. All that moisture connecting to the storm, it's funneling all the way down into Mexico, okay? So that is from Canada to Mexico. That's a huge, huge storm. And the last one killed a bunch of people. So everybody get out of there, take cover, do what you got to do on April 4th. I don't want to see any more people dying. Well, it's not the dying part. It's the where they're ending up part that I'm worried about. Okay? Death is not the end. It's a new beginning, but they better find God before this day. How about I put it that way? Now let's continue on, because look at it now. Look at this huge icing event back up in here. This really isn't America, but still, this is a huge icing event. This storm is no joke. Look way down here at the tip of Texas. It's still pulling up moisture from there. Oh, what a monster that is. And then what? What's going on over here? Are you shitting me? Another storm moving in on April 6th on the west coast. And this one's no joke. You see this yellow patch? I'm going to call for possible tornadoes in California. Okay? As this thing hits, look how intense it hits the west coast. It's going to be like another hurricane hitting the west coast, another snow dump in the mountains, major flooding, landslides, beach erosion. I mean, you name it. You know what comes with the hurricanes? Look at this. It even goes purple in this spot right in there. Okay? It's just going to be hellacious. And that's April. Let's back up. This actually starts to make landfall and reach in the Sierras on 5 a.m. April 5th. While this is still raping the East Coast, look at this. It is just raping the East Coast, the South, the whole 9 yards right here. And now we got another monster moving into the West Coast, April 5th. Now, as we start going past 5 a.m. April 5th, we are going to start seeing snow in the mountains, rain in the Northern California, even Oregon, Washington as well are going to get, a good piece of this. And then here it comes. This is 5 a.m. on April 6th. Now it is the full force is making landfall. And boom, does it make landfall. Okay. And it gets in, like I said, into the purple in here. I don't even know. That's over 24 inches of rain in the mountains is what it's calling for. So, as we continue, bam, it just strikes California, skirts over the Rockies. It's right here. It's a 996 low right there. And that's about towards the end of our 16-day forecast. So this stuff, these last few frames aren't as accurate. But they don't need to be because what we just saw, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so starting March 26th, Mississippi, or Alabama and Georgia. Keep your head on a swivel. Yeah, so starting March 26th, Alabama and Georgia. Okay, also North Carolina, South Carolina on the 27th. It exits snow on the 27th in New York as West Coast on the 27th gets their first taste, or not first taste, but this next storm with quite a wallop on the 28th, the morning of the 28th in the West Coast. Here we have another thunderstorm outbreak possible in Louisiana, Mississippi area. Okay, Mississippi, Alabama, March 28th at 11 a.m. Pacific, as this 981, projected 981 low comes in and just strikes the West Coast. So, bam, boom, boom. Interesting how this low just drops and disappears, but merges right here with this. Boom, boom. See this big monster on the March 31st? March 31st, the middle section of the country. March 31st, Wisconsin, Illinois, boy, this whole region, just all that area. Minnesota is going to get snow. That's going to be a nasty event right there. March 31st. Then April Fools. No, it's no joke. You just got raped. Boom. April Fools. April Fools. April Fools. Then we get into the second as this finally moves out. Here comes more into the West Coast. April 2nd. Okay. It still snows right through the Wyoming, Northern Rockies. April 3rd. April 3rd, 11 p.m. right here. Tornado possible outbreak here and up here. Split event type going on there. Now we're into April 4th. 4th. April 4th. Okay, everybody, April 4th. Wake up down here. Call these people. Get on a frickin' bullhorn and announce it over the radio, the television. Do something. Get this people out of here April 4th. Unless you want to see more people die. I don't know how to warn you guys. I should be screaming and jumping up and down, but I'm trying to maintain my composure here. April 5th, here comes again on the coast. I'm just going to do this and reiterate this till you guys get it. It's going to be ugly. April 5th and 6th on the West Coast. April 7th, too. 5th, 6th, and 7th on the West Coast. Boom, boom, boom. Finally clearing up on the 8th with residual rain, but okay, so that's pretty good. One more thing, we're going to come over to the Venture Sky here. What was I looking at here? Oh, alright, there's our next storm right here, coming in off the west coast. It's already raining out there. This second storm, come on, pull back. It's just, come here. Let me rotate. It's just right off of Hawaii, just north of this. Look at all this lightning in this storm right here, okay? And this is at night. So this batch of energy, when it comes in, is no joke right here. It's already on fire with just constant lightning, okay? It's just constantly lit. I'm sure you guys have seen some lightning footage lately where it's just flickering constantly, right? 6 to 7 strikes per second, right? So that's the energy that's just above Hawaii. That's going to be the second storm. You see this low and this low? These are these two hurricane type lows that are going to slam the West Coast, okay? The whole country, because they wipe out the West Coast and then they continue to, like a buzz saw, right across the country, right through the South, like a buzz saw, fucking up everything in their path. Now, where did I want to go? There was still this event. So we left off here. You see the little window down here below? We still had all of this to go. Okay? It just goes on and on and on. That damage path is 100 miles long. I wish I could find the sign. I tried to find the meteorologist who was dumbfounded and made a new weather terminology. Critical something. What the heck did he call it? Something critical or critical event or whatever, but it was beyond like F5. He said, oh, it's an F4, and that's what everybody's reporting. But as you watch this doesn't look like F4 activity to me. Please play this, Lord. These are semi-trucks right here, all right? An F4 doesn't drop out of the sky at 2 miles wide and do a damage path a mile wide for 100 miles long, tossing semis, houses, trains, car, everything. Everything is flattened. Total devastation. You look at some of these houses, they're right down to the concrete footing. Okay, this is a maxi tornado devastation. Okay, this is probably the most intense devastation we've seen from a tornado, because this just keeps going and going and going and going and going. This is a 20-minute drone flight. They probably wore the batteries out. Here's a tipped over truck. Every tree stripped bare. Okay, this is some new kind of tornadic activity, okay? This isn't your typical, tornado. They said rare event, a critical, what do they call it? Dang it. Anyways, I'll try to find it again. If I do find it, I'll save it and I'll bring it to you. Because this meteorologist was kind of dumbfounded at how massive, widespread, and intense the damage was. One of the other weathermen, while I was watching this, if you guys know what a CC drop is, a correlation coefficient drop, it creates this like a blue debris ball in the air. There's a debris ball in the air of debris that's floating in the air, right? And it creates a big rotating ball in the air that's above the ground. This CC drop, this debris ball, reached an altitude of 30,000 feet. I repeat, the debris ball reached 30,000 feet. Okay? This is not your typical tornado. This is March 24th. Okay? I was dreading this day. This is what happens when me and somebody dance. Okay? This is the damage path left after I tango with Satan. Okay? That's what it looks like when we dance. Just nothing but raw devastation. Okay? Now, I'm going to pause that there. There was something else I was going to bring to you guys, so hold up a sec as we open up another page, because I got another little gem. We're kind of working on tonight's gem already, because we did our solar report. No, I will watch that later. I have to pull up something more important right now. We are going to use this as fair use. Everything on this channel is educational purposes only. Besides, I own everything anyway. Ooh, you don't want to see this happen. No! Oh, man, right in the stomach of the dragon. That's where I've been for the last 2 days. Okay. We're going to use this for educational purposes. Oh, not playing the sound. Okay, you see this tornado kicking up here? I don't know if it's going to play the sound or not, but...
What is going on?
The strongest tornado in 40 years destroyed roofs in where? Los Angeles?
Yes. Oh my God, it's coming this way. Crazy.
That's Los Angeles. Los Angeles, the city of angels, not anymore. Shockwaves swept through Los Angeles as a powerful tornado passed about 10 miles from U.S. National Weather Service. Called it the biggest tornado to hit the area since 1983. The biggest ever, probably, to hit this area. Okay, look at what it did to Los Angeles.
A tornado just hit in Montebello at my job. Look at my car. Everybody's car is like this. Turning into a tornado. Did you see it pick up the stuff off the floor?
Strong winds tore the roofs off commercial buildings. 37 buildings were damaged, 12 mile an hour winds. 14 buildings received significant damage. All these cars, all the windows blown out. This is Los Angeles. This isn't Tornado Alley. This is Los Angeles. The city of Los Angeles had a tornado touchdown in it. This is definitely not something that is commonly seen in the region, said meteorologist Ross Schofield. According to Montebello authorities, one person was injured and taken to a local hospital. Wow, only one person was injured? They got lucky. Look at this debris flying around. Flying around Los Angeles. Tornadoes touching down in Los Angeles. Kind of like the movie where they had the tornadoes in Los Angeles that we were just looking at not too long ago. I've lived in California since 1965. I've never seen anything like it, said Michael Turner, a warehouse owner south of downtown Montebello. I've never seen anything like it, and he's lived there since 1965. We're used to earthquakes, but I've never seen such horror. Things were flying everywhere. Yeah, that's what a tornado does. It's like a blender. California, USA, California. Where is it right here? In that one spot. Oh, it's right here. Where's that one spot I wanted to catch? Where'd it go?
Tornado.
Oh yeah, here it
There's
is.
cardboard boxes.
Wow. Oh, where's the video? Are you videoing?
Look at that roof
Oh
go.
God, it's coming this way.
Crazy.
Yes. Oh my God, it's coming this way.
Crazy.
Alright, well. No, where am I gonna pause?
Yes. Oh my God, it's coming this way.
Crazy.
Alright, so downtown Los Angeles getting tornadoes, okay? The middle of the country getting tornadoes. The other day when we were over here, we were over here, and we were at this part pulling up the upper jet stream, okay? So we didn't do the upper jet stream yet. Oops, put the winds back in there, because I was showing you how we had this northern jet converging with the southern right here off the coast. And I was telling you, look out for water spouts off the coast here. Well, what happened? We didn't have a water spout. It actually landed on land in Los Angeles. Boom. Okay? I'm not trying to say I told you so, but you guys witnessed along with me as we looked at this instrument right here, and it fucking told us that this stuff is coming out of the north, combining with stuff in the south, slamming together. Now, let's take a serious look at this now. Everybody, this is life and death now, okay? This is life and death now. It's still coming out of the north. It's still coming out of the south. Where's it converging? Where is this shit converging? Boom! Right over America. All right? Do I need to go in tighter for you guys? Do you see what's coming? Okay? I showed you the GFS model. I showed you the devastation. Here we have this setup again. All this area under pink alert. Fuck red alert. We have gone pink to white alert, all right? Let me take these colors out of the wind out of the way for a second. That's the color of your alert right there. And for that part of the country. You get it now? Here's your color-coded alert code. And this area, all of this, the West Coast, all of this. That whole area is screwed. Okay? You guys better hunker down. You better go get your supplies. You better get ready. Also, I'm going to look at this vortex right here. You see this dip right here? It's not a full vortex, but look at this big bow. This big vortex dip is causing this effect. It's coming. Look at this. It bows up, comes back down, and then goes around. We are having some warped and twisted weather, okay? It's volatile weather. It's record-breaking weather. It's catastrophic, record-breaking catastrophic, both combined. And it's time we take it deadly serious. It's no joke. And there's other places on the planet too. Look at China. Yeah, they're about to get a taste. Everybody's about to get a taste now. So, back to this. This is a red, purple to white alert for the United States of America. The only people I would, maybe up here, you guys might be okay for a little bit, but the rest of this country is in deep shit. Okay? Now that we've covered that, let's back on out of here. Because, where were we going with this? Oh, yes, the tornado in Los Angeles. Let's play this again. This is just like, I told you so. I don't like to say it, but I told you so. And there's going to be more of this. All in that pink zone. All in that white to red to purple to pink to white zone.
What's
Everybody
going on?
grab your ankles. Prepare to get raped. Because,
They're cardboard boxes.
Wow.
oh, I can't get the stupid captions off. Strongest tornado in 40 years.
Video. Are you videoing it? Oh,
Yes.
good.
Oh my God, it's coming
In
down
Los
so
Angeles.
crazy.
The city of angels is now the city of devils, and it's getting punished for it. Shockwaves swept through Los Angeles as a powerful tornado. Shockwaves swept through Los Angeles. National Weather Service called it the biggest tornado to hit the area. So, we had the biggest tornado, and we had the biggest tornado. Where? Where did we have two of the biggest tornadoes? Where do we have them? Oops, whoops, whoops. Where do we have them? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hold on to your ankles, folks. Dig a hole. Go underground or prepare, okay? Warn your family. Warn your friends. This is not a joke. And look at this shit coming in on Oregon and Washington, Northern California. This upper-level jet coming in, diving in like this with this cold air. It's just going to... And the speed at which they're colliding together is going to cause upper-level turbulence, and that's more conducive to tornadic activity, okay? When you see these kinds of strong upper-level jet winds, we're going to drop down just a tad bit. Let's go, let's go to here. Okay, we went a little lower, and still we have this flow. Okay, this is down lower. This is the lower jet stream. Okay, then how's that lower jet affecting the weather? Well, that's how it's affecting the weather. Okay, so everybody, basically everybody, be on high alert. Something else. See all this flow? See this flow coming off of the Gulf of Mexico? All this warm water. This is like the warmest water in the world, the Gulf of Mexico. This flow with all these storms coming in here, okay, that's not good. We're going to go all the way down now. Now I want you to see something. Do you see how we have this flow coming down the coast, and then, look at this. Whoops, where's it going? It's fucking going backwards. Our weather is going backwards. It's coming off the coast of Mexico and going to Hawaii, isn't it? Yeah. Because of these two hurricane-type low-pressure systems. Do you see how their intake, they're sucking in all this, taking it across Hawaii, all that subtropical moisture, wrapping it into a low pressure system that marches in, and it's almost self-feeding. It's like a self-feeding monster. Look at it. We back out a little bit now that you see this self-feeding monster. I want you to look at that flow for a minute. Something's going on. Something's not normal here. This isn't global warming or climate crisis. This is from these objects, you guys. When they interact with the sun and they pass by our planet, they make a magnetic lock onto our planet as well and create vortices. Just like I showed you in the lab with the water experiment and the magnets. Okay? Something more going on here. And I'm telling you, with something more going on here and these storms coming in like they are, marching in like this, one after another. And you see how big this model makes them? I'm telling you what, they're going to be bigger and stronger. And that latest tornado event, that's probably just a taste of what's to come. Just scratching the surface. There might be something even bigger. Because this storm looks even bigger than the last one. Sure does. Looks bigger than the last one. I don't know, or the same. What do you guys think? You guys watched that last one with me a couple of days ago, right? So let's go boom, boom, boom. Here it comes. Boom. Turns into red right here, Alabama, Georgia, okay? Moves on out. Then the monster that comes off of here combines with another low. Whoops. Go. Let's take it all the way back. All right. This little event right here first, okay, that's a tail of this one that's moving out, okay, see this low, it's got some moisture here, and as it moves out, its little tail, okay, then this little outbreak here in Texas, starting in Texas, and then moving up through Oklahoma, Arkansas, then this big monster on March 31st, doing this shit to the northern lake, to the Great Lakes region, and down here in not West Virginia, but Virginia. No, it's Kentucky. Sorry, Kentucky and Tennessee. Okay. No joke. People are gonna probably die this day again because they don't take heed. They don't take warning. The fucking media doesn't warn people good enough. These weathermen or local weather stations are just not. I don't think they're giving the sense of urgency that needs to be broadcasted. I should be screaming in this microphone apoplectic right now, but I'm out of meds, so I am even more apoplectic. All right. Anyway, boom. Not good. Okay. This low right here, this split event on April 3rd, April 4th, right here. This is Ohio River Valley in Mississippi, where they come together at the what is that? Right where these two rivers meet. What's the point right there? I'm thinking of. Anyway, so this big event on the 4th, okay, and then it's going to have this effect again, this tornadic effect on the 4th, okay? Probably more intense. This storm will probably be more intense than what we're looking at right here. Oops. What happened? Oh, I didn't request it. Come back. Oh, did they just cut me off? They sure did. What? You see this? Look, okay. Reload it. Oh, there we go. I thought they cut me off. Oh, they did. Yep, that's only one frame. All right, well, that was it on the weather report because they just cut it off. So, earthquakes we covered. Okay, all that shit we covered. No new earthquakes. Okay, good. So let's just wrap it up then with, okay, I showed you the gem, which was the earthquakes in Los Angeles. We're going to go back to Rolling Fork here. And let me find a different song. And we'll just close out with some music and the rest of that video there. Because that was historic, okay? That March 24th will go down in history as the day of the new kind of tornado. That's not what I was looking for. What is this doing? Can we, like, have my search bar back? There we go. Just trying to find 2 steps from hell. That's where we're at, 2 steps from hell. Just steps away. Come on, computer, pull this up. I think we're on electromagnetic interference and causing stuff to delay a little bit, but that's okay. You guys are patient. Am I teaching you guys patience or something? Oh, God, not another ad. Yeah, honey, stop. Please stop with your ads. Alright, where are we going to go with this? We'll start back here. Alright, let's skip this kid. Come on, full screen. Jeez. Come on, computer. I swear this stuff's possessed. Pray for these people, folks. I've heard your prayers. Now pray for these people. All your prayers work. They really do. I hear your prayers. You guys are getting really good at them, too. "100 miles long." just keeps going and going and going. If you guys stick around, maybe we'll do a Q&A after this. Ow! Stand up. Can you believe this? Look at this. Unbelievable. Maxi tornado. This is the critical event tornado, they call it. March 24th. Okay. Quite the event we had there, huh, folks? Let me put the headset back on here. Alright. Alright. Let's say hello to some of the people in the chat there. Thank you, folks, for coming tonight. Sorry it had to be such bad news and such devastation. I was trying my hardest to keep this under control, but apparently we got some issues here. So let's do something a little bit different here. While I'm waiting for any questions in the chat, I'll type in oops. Oops. Or is this one fight scene here? I think it's this one. Yeah, I think it's this one. We're going to put this on for a second here. In the background without the athlete's foot, you friggin' freaks. Important times and they're playing stupid ads. It's like, really? Don't you guys got something better to do? This is what spiritual battle is similar to. If we can get the full screen, please. Without your... There we go. Where's the part where they're destroying town or destroy. Nah, this ain't the scene I'm looking for. Anyways, I'm trying to find here. It's kind of like this here. This is what I'm looking for. Alright. See the devastation that goes on? Wait until these guys start going to town here. They just tear up this whole place. And what you're seeing is devastation from spiritual battles taking place in the physical realm. In Los Angeles, in Mississippi. This is all because of a spiritual battle that's going on. And it just takes out buildings and takes out trees and just devastation left and right. And there's more going on than meets the eye. There's a spiritual battle that's war that's raging in the other realm right now. So I just bring you some of these scenes real quick of what it's like here and why you see devastation on a level that you do, because there are entities that are going to town, and this is the damage path that they leave, okay? This is not man-made. This is not pollution caused. This is the spiritual battle manifesting in the physical world, okay? That's what you're seeing. That's the critical maxi tornado that they're calling an EF4. It dropped down out of the sky at 2 miles wide. There was a battle already waging in the heavens that touched down on Earth. Okay? You see what happened here? This is what happens in the spiritual realm when you got people that don't believe fighting real believers. Yeah, this is the physical manifestation. Okay, that's what you're seeing here, and it's only going to intensify from here on out. I thought it was going to end on March 24th, to tell you the truth. I thought I was done, and you were done, and we were going to be done with this dance. But it looks like we're going to be dancing for a whole nother year, so until next March 24th, we are in for more of this. Probably for an entire year. Accelerating from this point into something unimaginable. I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just trying to tell you guys, you better start reading the Bible. The Bible is real. The Bible is true. Okay, these are the signs from the Bible that you would see. He said you would see, all kinds of devastation and stuff. Well, here it is. Now we're seeing it. And this is, this is your leaders, your Congress, your these world leaders, and all the wars that they're waging. The spiritual battle that they're waging against me. And this is what happens as a result. So if you guys don't want to see this happening, you better get together and get these criminals out of this place, because was it 380 out of 435 were criminals I showed you? Yep. And now God's speaking. He's speaking. Can you hear him? Well, if you can't hear him, maybe you can see him. Okay? Because this is everything that happens now from here on out is an act of God. It always has been. It's just more apparent now. Okay? And until he gets recognition for what he did, this stuff's just going to continue right up until the end. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've turned a corner now, okay? We are in, year 6 of 7? So, probably one more year of this to go until it's over. Look at that tractor. And then, where is it? Coming up here in the next little scene, I think coming up, they show a hearse. And it's that hearse was there for a reason. That's God sending another signal here. It's coming up, I think, in the next clip here. But this drone tried to fly the whole damage path. I'm sure it only got 20 minutes of footage. This damage path is 100 miles long. You probably have to recharge that drone a couple of times to cover the whole damage path. And I think it's coming right up after this aerial shot right here. Okay. You're not safe in a car, you're not safe in a house, you're not safe anywhere. I mean, maybe in the back of that somebody got lucky, but there you go. That's total devastation. Every house right down to the pad. Okay? House after house after house. All you can see are driveways, okay? You can't even see the houses, just driveways. And every house is gone. All right? Pad after pad after pad after pad after pad. Okay, there's another pad. The whole house is gone. There's the driveway. You see, it's just wiped clean, and just piles of devastation left in its wake. And that's our future, unfortunately, because these criminals are just going to continue to get away with it. And evil only succeeds when good men stand by and do nothing. And I'm done standing around doing nothing. I'm gonna take it on as best as I can, and just try to bring this stuff to you guys. It's about all I can do. And then look at this water tower here. I want them to look at the shape of this. It looks like wings. It looks like a pair of angel wings or something, right? And then when they go to the base of this, do you see across right here at the base of this? Let me get this better for you guys. Do you see it now? Do you see the bloody cross right here at the base of this thing? Now, let's play. Yeah, so much for that water tower, huh? It looks like a whale tail. Imagine being on the ground underneath that when it smashed on the ground. So this is just pure devastation. These houses are lucky to be standing, because the ones around them aren't. And these semi-trucks, they're just demolished. Let's zoom in on this real quick. Alright. Okay, so I think that's about it for tonight. We're going to call it quits there, because I'm running out of time. And I appreciate your guys' time. Thank you for showing up, and hopefully we learned something. And everybody get ready for this next round of storms coming, because this isn't over yet. We got more to come. When I saw, what did it say? Oh, let me thank a few people here on the way out the door. Sage of Sidon, thank you. Prove you know a bot. Okay, Sage. Rochelle Gutman, thank you for being here. Love God's Plan, thank you for being here. Let's go back through and see. We got 32 people still lurking, or 30 people lurking, and 2 people chatting, huh? When you prove you're not a bot. I'm trying to scroll through. Chuck B, thank you for showing up, if you're still here. Tanya Womack, you've been around now, so thank you, Tanya. Where else? Holy Angel, or Angel. Thank you. Jen MLV77. Tina P, thank you. Dennis Flegel, thank you. Michelle Cameron. We got a good little crew here. So thank you all, you guys. And then let's scroll back down to the bottom and see what was it exactly? Somebody had a question. What is it that you go through exactly? Well, it's almost like cartoonish type. It almost looks like the movie in that Superman scene. I was going to show you more, but I got a little warning that I was getting detected a copyright thing in my video when I showed that Superman thing. But the movies are depicting a lot of these superhero battles. They're depicting the real thing in the spiritual realm. So they must have access somehow. They must know what to look for or how to look. And they're seeing the actual battles that are taking place, and they're trying to represent them metaphorically the best that they can with superheroes and villains, as opposed to using Jesus fighting demons. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, they're very realistic as far as what they're trying to depict. It's insane. I can't even describe it to you. My psychiatrist, I can't even describe it to him. Nobody even believes. So it's like, the heck am I even bother, explaining for? I don't know. I guess I'm gonna wrap it up. No questions from anybody. I had a quick question for you guys. How was the audio with the new headset and the music on the second round? Did it come out okay, or I'm just going to have to watch the replay and find out, I guess. Anyways, probably a slight delay anyways, if I'm still alive. Yeah, it looks like I am. I'm ticking away. Yep, 53. Yep. Seemed good? Oh, okay, cool. Alright. Audio is good. Oh, cool. Because I was having audio problems. I'm trying to talk into the microphone on a broken phone. I don't even have a proper microphone or headset. Well, now I do. So just kind of wondering how it was turning out. And thank you for your input. I appreciate it all. And please share this with your friends and family. So give them a heads up. Because we got... Let's just leave with this image right here. Please, can we have null school again? Sounded great. Oh, good. Maybe I'll use this from now on, this microphone, and especially for the audio, because audio is a big part of this. And pretty soon, we're going to start another dot-to-dot. No, that's not the one I wanted. It was right here, I believe. Right there. This one. What happened here? Where did that go? There we go. Okay, so we'll close out with this image right here of America. Alright, maybe I'll put this on the thumbnail or something for our next video, because you see with the wind right there, like I said, it's pulling stuff in from the north, and all this moisture from the south, it's slamming it together right here, right over Mexico, right before Texas, okay? So, let me take the wind out of there for a sec. This is your warning color code for your region as well. So white hot to pink purple in this whole area. The red alert is the red fringe. This is beyond red alert in this entire region, and it's because of those storms lined up and this jet stream. Okay, it's not going to be good when these things combine. in the next week here. So please just keep your head on a swivel. Stay aware of your weather reports, because weather can change drastically really quickly now. So this is just our basic model from which to start with, okay? And it's probably going to intensify, all right? So I pray I'm wrong, but you guys are looking at it, all right? That's what the model says, okay? So I'm going by the model, all right? So, West Coast, watch out. The East Coast, this whole area, watch out. Florida, the tip of Florida, looks like maybe it's the only person, or the only place that's kind of out of the strike zone, and up here, okay? But we watched as that one storm came up right into the Great Lakes area, and they're calling for tornadoes in this area. Or I'm calling for tornadoes in this area on this day, what was it, the 4th, I believe it was. Let's see if we can get it to, they wiped the data. Yeah, we don't have all the data now. I think it was the 4th, so, all right, and we'll update this tomorrow if I can manage to stay out of the hospital. Okay. I just don't know what to tell you. I'll let the color code speak for itself. I'll put the winds back in there. I'm in west central Illinois, right next to Mississippi River. Oh, okay. So yeah, watch out, central Illinois. You're going to be right in that zone, in that strike zone, okay? So stay awake, or stay aware of your weather reports. Where can we find that weather model that I'm using? This weather model right here, this is called Null School. Nullschhool. Null School. Let me do this real quick if I can. Oh, I'll just take the tripod with me. Maybe I'm not. Did it capture it up here? I'm trying to capture this. Nullschool.net, okay? And you come over, you type on that, and you pull up, it'll give you the Tokyo or the Earth. And you want to click on the Earth, because unless you're really that interested about Tokyo's winds, okay, and it'll pull up, you hit the little Earth button down here, if you can see it, right, pull back just a tad bit here so you guys can see the instrumentation. I'm just going to angle it so you guys can see this a little bit better. You tap on this Earth button right here. Alright, I gotta go. I'm running out of time. That's about it. I love you all. Miss you all. God bless you all. Until my next video. Bye.